Germany's acquisition and delivery of its first Boeing P-8A Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft represents a significant milestone in its broader military modernization effort, and it carries substantial strategic implications for NATO and transatlantic security. The delivery, which occurred at Boeing's manufacturing site in Seattle, is the first tangible result of a procurement decision made in 2021, when German defense officials recognized the need to retire the outdated P-3C Orion fleet and replace it with a more capable, modern system. That decision was accelerated by rapidly changing geopolitical realities, particularly following the outbreak of full-scale war in Europe. While the decision to procure the P-8A was originally framed as a long-term modernization effort, the security environment in Europe changed dramatically after Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine. Germany responded by establishing a €100 billion special defense fund, which allowed for the expansion of the original order from 5 to 8 Poseidon aircraft. This was not a symbolic gesture. It reflected a concrete shift in German defense policy, from a posture of relative restraint to one increasingly focused on capability development, readiness, and integration with Allied forces. Officials in Berlin have stated that discussions are underway to increase the P-8A fleet to as many as 12, indicating that Germany may be preparing for a more sustained and robust role in NATO maritime operations. The P-8A Poseidon is one of the most advanced maritime patrol aircraft currently in service anywhere in the world. It is built on the frame of the widely used Boeing 737, but its systems are purpose-built for military missions, including anti-submarine warfare (ASW), anti-surface warfare (ASUW), intelligence gathering, and search and rescue. Equipped with a combination of radar, electro-optical sensors, acoustic processors, and satellite communications, the Poseidon gives operators the ability to detect and track both submerged and surface targets across large expanses of ocean. Unlike the legacy Orion aircraft, the P-8A is jet-powered, which gives it greater speed, higher operating altitudes, and extended endurance. For NATO, the inclusion of Germany in the P-8 user community is a major boost to alliance capability. Many key NATO allies, including the United States, United Kingdom, Norway, and Canada, already operate the P-8A, and its interoperability features are optimized for joint operations. This commonality will enable Germany to more seamlessly plug into NATO maritime task forces, joint surveillance missions, and multinational exercises. In an environment where submarine activity, undersea cable security, and maritime domain awareness have all become pressing priorities, the importance of interoperable maritime patrol capabilities cannot be overstated. Germany's northern geographic position along the North and Baltic Seas makes it a frontline stakeholder in European maritime security. In recent years, there has been a significant increase in Russian naval movements, covert undersea operations, and non-transparent maritime shipping activities in these waters. The so-called shadow fleet of Russian oil tankers operating without proper identification or ice tracking is one example of a growing challenge. The presence of long-range maritime patrol aircraft with advanced sensors provides Germany and its allies with the tools to track, record, and if necessary, deter such activity. This contributes not only to German security but also to the broader stability of NATO's northern and eastern flanks. What makes the P-8A particularly valuable in this context is not only its surveillance capability but its deterrent effect. Knowing that such aircraft are on patrol changes the risk calculus for adversaries. Submarines and covert ships operating in contested waters are more likely to be detected, and thus more likely to be held accountable. This creates a more stable and predictable maritime environment, one that is based on transparency and awareness, not ambiguity or surprise. Germany's choice to base maintenance and sustainment of the P-8A fleet domestically, through firms like ESG and Lufthansa Technik, further signals a strategic approach to the program. While the aircraft is US-built, Berlin is ensuring that the support infrastructure is developed inside Germany. This ensures long-term operational independence and readiness, while still maintaining close ties with the United States and Boeing. It also reflects Germany's intention to not just buy a product, but to integrate it into its defense ecosystem in a sustainable and sovereign way. The arrival of the P-8A comes at a time when the United States is encouraging its European allies to assume greater responsibility for regional security. From a U.S. perspective, Germany's investment in high-end platforms like the Poseidon reinforces a more equitable burden-sharing model within NATO. It shows that Berlin is not just making political statements but committing real resources to shared defense goals. It also deepens the industrial and operational ties between the US and Germany, as the program will involve continued training, software upgrades, logistical cooperation, and data exchange between the two countries. Vice Admiral Jan Christian Koch, Germany's Navy chief, has described the P-8A as a transformative capability. His comments reflect an understanding that the aircraft will not simply replace an older system, it will enable missions that were previously out of reach. With improved sensors, mission duration, and range, the Poseidon can support Germany's expanded role in NATO, from the Arctic Circle to the Mediterranean Sea. The Poseidon's track record with other U.S. allies provides further validation of its performance and reliability. In joint exercises and real-world deployments, it has proven its ability to integrate into larger battle networks, cue naval forces, and deliver persistent situational awareness. It operates as a force multiplier, allowing smaller navies to maintain effective maritime surveillance over vast regions. From a strategic standpoint, the delivery of the first P-8A is not just about aircraft, it is about posture. Germany is signaling that it is prepared to take a more forward-leaning role in maritime security. It is aligning itself more closely with the U.S. model of expeditionary capability backed by high-end technology. And it is investing in systems that deliver real operational value, not just politically popular symbols. In the years ahead, Germany's P-8A fleet will likely play a key role in shaping Europe's maritime security architecture. As the fleet expands, and as crews become more proficient with the aircraft's systems, Germany will be positioned to lead in areas like undersea surveillance, anti-submarine warfare, and maritime deterrence operations. Combined with NATO's integrated command structures and the presence of U.S. forces in Europe, this creates a stronger, more credible defense posture that can adapt to future threats. The delivery of the P-8A Poseidon is a clear example of the kind of forward-looking, capability-driven defense investment that enhances both national and alliance security. It reflects shared strategic priorities between the United States and Germany, and it underscores the critical role of air and maritime power in preserving regional stability in an increasingly complex security environment.